Can you buy a used snowblower for cheap, fix it up, and turn it into something that can get the job done? Or potentially a snowblower that dominates the driveway every time it snows? Hey guys and gals, welcome to Garage Gear. I'm JB, and I bought this Craftsman Snowblower last summer for $100. And if you ask me, this blower was a bargain. This Craftsman even came with the original owner's manual and an electric start cord. Pretty cool. Based on the manual here, this snowblower was built in 2011, and the model number on this unit is 247.889571. Similar models at Lowe's go for about $900 at the time of the filming of this video. As far as snowblowers nowadays, this is about as basic as they come. Pretty optionless, but has everything you need to get the job done. Let's talk about what we're working with here. 24 inches wide and 21 inches high. Plastic skids on the bottom of the bucket, 12-inch augers with an aluminum gear case, and a 12-inch impeller in the back. A 179cc engine. And in terms of engine power here, this is probably as low as you can go nowadays. Most smaller snowblower engines now are right around 208 cc's. So that means this guy is at the bottom of the barrel. Tiny engine, I know. It does come with electric start though, that is a plus. This unit does come with deep tread 12.5-inch tires, and for being the better part of 12 years old, these tires are in great shape. But when I picked this snowblower up, the driver's side tire was practically falling off the rim. So I positioned it back into place, wrapped a ratchet strap around it, cranked it down, and then inflated it with air. From there, it reseated itself back on the rim, and it's been holding air ever since. And to help this video hold some air with the YouTube algorithm, would you mind hitting that like button? Thank you very much. Up top, we have 6 forward speeds and 2 reverse. This handle here on this side is your drive lever, and this handle here on your driver's side is your auger lever. And this is a locking drive system. This frees up my left hand so I can adjust my chute. Now here's something that puts a smile on my face because it's nearly impossible to break. An old style crank. Simple, effective, and they just work. Keep the end greased up. Keep the end greased up and the chute, and you're good to go. There's a reason they've been using these cranks since the 1960s. I would take this over a cable-loaded joystick any day. And it looks like we get right at about 180 degrees of full rotation. Yep, so what do you not get with this model? Well, for starters, you don't get a headlight. You're snowblowing by streetlights, baby. If you have a longer, dark driveway at night, this could be an issue for you, and potentially a safety concern, because I'd be a little nervous sticking this front end of the snowblower out into the street as I'm clearing the end of my driveway and a car potentially coming by and hitting me. Now here's something with this unit that really grinds my gears. In order to turn this unit around, perhaps at the end of my driveway, I really have to drag and slide this unit on its tires to make a full turn. It does not turn well at all. In fact, the tires barely move. Now that's no kind of mechanical problem, it's just the way this snowblower was designed. This snowblower really sucks at turning, and the reason is because the wheels don't have some kind of ratcheting mechanism to allow the wheels to spin individually. Compared to my larger, heavier 32-inch snowblower, that snowblower can pivot on a dime because it has that ratcheting mechanism. These wheels do not. But when you buy a basic blower like this is what you get. As you make turn after turn with this snowblower and drag the tires around, this does wear the tires down faster over time. And in some rare cases, to get your turns right or position the unit in the garage, what you might actually have to do is lift up on the back of the unit and drag it on the scraper bar and the skids. For somebody with some shoulder problems or somebody with a lack of upper body strength, this could be a concern. Now back to the chute. Because this chute is so short and stubby, sounds like Craftsman has a personal problem. Maybe. But because of this chute's design, it does not throw the snow in a nice arcing pattern. Instead, it barfs it out. So you get this wide fan shot spray of snow ejecting out of the chute. Some Craftsman models have a longer chute, which does create a nice arcing pattern, but this guy, it'll just spit it all out all over the place. Not the worst thing in the world, but hey, it's plastic. The chute won't rust. Plus, as you're snowblowing, you do have to reach over the blower to knock your deflector down or pull it up in order to arrange your shot. There's nothing up here on the dash to help you control that. As far as maintenance goes, you don't get any grease ports on the auger shaft to help grease the augers, and the gearbox itself appears to only have a fill plug and no drain plug. Now, when you buy a 10-plus-year-old snowblower like this, you have to kind of expect to invest a little bit of money into some kind of repair. Sometimes though, you do find a unicorn, and those are pretty rare, and if that's you, Go out and play the lottery the day you buy that machine because that's your lucky day. This Craftsman Snowblower is going to make a great project blower with loads of content going forward. Needs a little bit of something just about everywhere, but it has good bones. The sidewalls of the bucket are bent in a little bit. They must have done their fair share of curb crashing over the years. Not a big deal because you can bend those right back. And while we're on the topic of these bent in bucket walls, I actually had a gentleman a long time ago comment and say that that's how those are supposed to be.
What?
Clearly that gentleman never saw a brand new snowblower before because they should be straight as an arrow. Unless you buy a Power Smart because those actually came shipped to me bent. She did start right up for me when I got her, but she did run a little rough. I did give this unit a super quick tune-up. Now she runs perfectly and runs smooth. If you find a model like this and it needs a tune-up, check out my carburetor cleaning videos linked down below in the description. The carbs are actually really easy to work on if you know how to get in there. She needs an oil change, and the gear case could probably use a good shot of grease or oil. Funny, I can't find anything in here on the gear case. We'll have to find out which one it'll need. She could benefit from a new auger belt to tighten up her throwing power. Probably will need a few cable adjustments here and there. There isn't much rust on this unit either, but it could benefit from a quick rust proofing, which I've also done a whole course on, and I'll have that link down below in the description for you to check out. What really kicks these snowblowers up a notch is an impeller kit. These Craftsmans may be small, but when you install an impeller kit, they become mighty. Driveway Dominator? Maybe. I already have the kit, and these make a world of a difference when you install them. Well, if you're ready, I'm ready. Let's go fire this Craftsman up. Okay, guys and gals, before I fire this thing up, I know some of you guys are already thinking this. Why don't we have any snow to throw? Well, it's mid-November. We'll be there soon enough, but let's get this thing up and down the driveway through its gears, test them out, and see how she does. Fire her up. Here we go, gear one. I can free up my hand, we're good to go. I can move my shoe. Here we go, gear two. That's a nice speed, belts are working just fine. Now gear three. Looking good. Now gear four, we're getting into those transport speeds. Here we go. Up to 5. Now this thing can move. And 6. I'll tell you what, she may be old, but she can hustle. Now, for those wondering, let's put it through the reverse gears. Here we go, gear 1 in reverse. That's pretty slow. Might have to make some minor adjustments to the cables and the friction disc. Maybe, we'll see. Gear 2 in reverse. That's a little quicker. Is this the best snowblower ever? No. Are there better machines out there than this? Yeah. With some quick fixes, a tune-up, and some modifications, could this blower become even better? Possibly. Now you might be saying, JB, I have the Aaron's Kraken or a really big Honda, and that thing doesn't even compare. Well, I agree with you. It doesn't. There are definitely better machines out there than this. And again, this is a basic model. For those starting out, maybe you're on a tight budget, or maybe you're just being really smart with your money, this could be a great way to go. Whichever way you look at it, it is possible to find a cheap snowblower like this Craftsman and fix it up. This season, let's see if we can turn this snowblower into a driveway dominator. For more cool garage gear content, click or tap the screen right here. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the garage.